Hello, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining today's reading session. Today, we're going to do your 2026 January month reading. If you're a sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign in Taurus, this could be the reading for you. As usual, we're going to use Oracle of the Mythic Heroes, Oracle of the Celestial Deities, as well as some tarot cards to read your energy, all right? Now, let's first of all shuffle the cards, right? Let's do the spread first, and then we're going to look at the different areas in your life. The Lovers. Beautiful. Taurus energy, right? Taurus. Thank you. Mercury. Mars. Medusa. And Orpheus. Continue, right? January 2026. Oh, by the way, Happy New Year, Taurus. I wish all of you guys a lot of success in the year of 2026, right? Ooh, something just flipped. Five of Wands. Judgment. Four of Swords. Okay. So first of all, Taurus, your energy at the highest level, you've got the Mercury with the Lovers card. These two cards sitting together is very interesting because in Tarot, the Lovers card is associated with Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So when you have these two cards sitting together, it has a lot to do with you maybe spending a lot of time making decisions or making choices. Or if I can put it in a funnier way, it's more about the indecision that you are having in your mind. Now, sometimes Mercury people can be going through a lot of thoughts in their mind, but then they realize that, oh, I don't know which one to choose. Specifically with the Lovers card, this card in Tarot has a lot to do with your choices, ultimately what makes sense to you, right? Can you actually bear the consequence if you choose certain things? So these two cards sitting together has a lot to do with that. I think that this month in January, probably you're going to specifically, I would say, related to either love life or career, there could be some choice that you will need to make. And that could also make very big impact in your long-term future. In your communication, you got Mars with the Five of Wands. These two cards sitting together is very, very fiery. And the reason why is because Mars, it's about us being direct in our communication, right? Going straight forward, say what we want, say what we desire. And the Five of Wands is a little bit like that kind of combative energy. I think maybe during this month, I mean, you are Mercury anyway. Probably this month, there's some kind of things maybe related to debate, maybe convincing someone, or some kind of situation where you will need to use a lot of direct speech, right, to guard your stand, to protect your territory, and say that what you need to say, and also be able to say no when you also need to sort of like protect, right, your value, what you think that is important to you. With career, we got Judgment, and we also got Medusa energy. These two cards sitting together is very much about making the change, and be careful with sort of like blocking yourself because you believe that you can't make that change. The Judgment card has a lot to do with bringing change into your life specifically. This is actually in the area of your career. But Medusa is a little bit like, but is it really going to work out for me? For some of you guys, this could also be about maybe you're in the middle, right, of a career transition, or maybe changing from one role to another, changing from one step to another. But it's going to take a little bit of time. And so what I would say about this energy is that, look, Taurus, because Judgment is a little bit like that kind of resurrection energy in Tarot anyway, I do feel that maybe you need to kind of like give it a little bit time for things to develop. There will be definitely change happening and coming to you, but the Medusa card, it's a bit like, you have to wait for the right timing, right? I don't think it's gonna be too far away from you, but this card just tells you that if you realize that certain blockages is coming from your own mind, just be careful with not stopping yourself. from pursuing what you want. Okay. Now, with love life, you got Orpheus with Four of Swords. These two cards sitting together has a lot to do with your reflection and your maybe a little bit of reminiscence. Maybe you're missing someone. Maybe you're missing the beautiful time that you've had with someone. Orpheus has a lot to do with our reminiscence, our past. But at the same time, this card also has a lot to do with our insecurity, meaning that if we choose to be with someone, remember the Mercury with the Lovers card sitting at the very beginning of the spread is about your personal choice. Perhaps during this period of time, you need to make an ultimate choice regarding your love life. Who do you want to be with? Who is your soulmate? Who is the one that is going to give you that beautiful future? Orpheus tells you to be fearless, right? And to be brave in terms of moving forward and, kind of like don't let your sense of insecurity stopping you from pursuing what you want. Now, if you are kind of like being sandwiched between two people, right? Taurus, the Orpheus with Four of Swords is also saying that this month probably it's not the best time for you to make that decision. Maybe you can think about that in your mind, but in terms of taking the action, maybe you still need to wait a little bit longer. And I do think that perhaps during the springtime, and we're talking about more specifically in the month of April, okay? Even though I know I'm doing a monthly reading with you guys, but I'm seeing here around April time, you will be sort of like a little bit more clear about what you want and what you need, right? In terms of, for example, who you want to be with and what kind of strategy you want to take in your love life. Okay. Now we're gonna pull one last card as a general advice for you. Okay, for Taurus people. Thank you, universe. Love. Wow. Okay, Taurus. Who are you in love with? Right? There's some kind of love issues. Definitely. You got a lover's card at the very beginning, then you got the love card at the end. I definitely feel that this month there's a lot of love uh thing that you're gonna be thinking about. Maybe again, the lover's card has a lot to do with making your choice, right? Because in the card we got Orpheus facing or mirroring Medusa energy. I do feel that if you are involved with someone at this moment, right, it's almost like there is a karmic feeling there. The judgment is showing it's some kind of transformation, right, that is related or that is involved in this love issue or this love situation. And one of the things that I want you to see this as sometimes love is not just about we have to have a result. With Orpheus and Medusa sitting together, it's reminding me of something like, can you just enjoy um, the process, right? And when there's someone that you want to be with, someone that you actually want to spend your time with, instead of thinking about whether you will be together in the future or not, can you actually just relax? Can you actually just sort of like just enjoy the time being, right? And also with the pyramids and Thisbe, this card, right? It says love. This energy has a lot to do with understanding that whatever that you do or whatever that you say, you communicate, always do that from the perspective of love, from the angle of love, right? Release any type of frustration, anger, and just remember that you do it because you love them. And you do it because you want to enjoy this beautiful dynamic between you and someone. I have to say, Taurus, this energy has a lot to do with your love life, right? It's very, very clear. Now, in case you're saying, look, Letao, I'm not sure. I'm not thinking about love at all. I'm not thinking about relationship at all. Maybe look for the other two signs, your moon sign or your rising sign, right? And maybe those readings will resonate with you more. But with this, I'm definitely seeing some kind of love situation that you are going through a little bit back and forth. Four of Swords tells you to relax, right? Let the situation be what it is. You don't need to force yourself into a decision yet. Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurus. This is a very quick reading for you for the month of January. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like and share it with the people you care about. And I'll see you very soon in the next reading session. Bye.